Today I want to look at some Scrabble situations that you might find yourself in and what to do about them. Now then, we've all been there, this situation. We've done our word and we picked up our letters and we end up with, 7 vowels. What do? Do you replace them in your next go, or do you go with a low score? I mean, you could do area and score, I don't know, 2, 4, 6. Is it worth doing? Well, yes, because it gets rid of 3 of your 7 letters, which is quite a lot. You really need to aim to get rid of at least 2 of the letters. If you can't get rid of 2 of the letters, then yes, replace them and score 0. And then of course there's the other situation where you don't have any vowels at all. Now this isn't quite so bad because you can always get rid of some letters, even if they're only 2-letter words. But the idea here, I think, is to again try and get rid of at least 2 letters. Here's one I found myself in recently. My opponent had played doesn't for a score of 30, but left the triple word open with the D. I was quite heavy on letters, but I had to use that triple word. But I did notice that I could do ox down here and get the double word score twice for a score of 18 this way, 18 that way, and another 3, which is 39, leaving the triple word free. But I thought it's actually better to do DEX and take the threat of the triple being used away and score a little less. This only scored 33 as opposed to 39, and so was only 6 less, but it was worth doing to remove the triple word availability. Now then, what do you think the worst letter is to have in your rack? I actually think it's V. Although it's high scoring, it's just incredibly difficult to get rid of. You can't do any 2-letter combinations, no 2-letter words, and it's just awkward. It relies on strong vowels like E, A, O, just to get rid of it. So I try and get rid of it at all costs whenever I can, usually just with a simple word and a simple bonus like that here, which would score 14. Now, what about the letter S? And say you had 2 of them. Well, you could afford to sort of waste one, but it would still be wrong. You really need your S's for the plurals. For instance, dotes here and try and get a double word score either side, or tings, but there's not much opportunity there. But more importantly, look for other alternatives that you might have missed. This is the best use of an S with the double word immediately next to it. Now, what about the letter Q? Well, it's all well and good if you have a Q and don't have a U, because you can have words which don't have the Q followed by the U. Famous 2-letter word is QI, and oh look, there's a brilliant opportunity here, 31, or if you're feeling even more clever, you can do it both ways and score 64. If you do have a Q and a U, try and get rid of it as soon as you can. Being left with a Q for most of the game will ruin you the game. You'll probably lose it. So as soon as you get a QU combination, try and use it as soon as you possibly can. Here's quote, that scores 28, which isn't too bad. And what about having a Z? Well, I quite like the Zs because they're just nice, powerful letters. Again, you need strong vowels, but it's not as bad as having a V. In this particular case, I can obviously see ZO for 31, but what would be even better is I could do ZIT and IT for 65. So, whatever letters you have, you should be also trying to, as well as make a word to put out on the board, see which ones you want to get rid of. I would probably want to get rid of at least an S in the next go here. So there we are, some Scrabble situations and what you might do to get out of them.